My lovers, welcome to my channel. Yes, I have a different tablecloth. And I've been meaning to change it, but I was like in a little rut for a little while, right? But hey, it's spring, and you know I love bright colors, so boom, deal with it. All right, guys. What we're gonna do today, we're gonna have a look at you, them, and the connection. Okay, we're gonna see how everybody's doing here because I don't think we've done an energy check-in per se for maybe 2 or 3 weeks now. So we're gonna have a look at that. So we're gonna have a look at what's happening spiritually, what people are feeling emotionally on both sides. Then we go into the heart space, head space, and then what your person might want to tell you. And then when you join me next Sunday, we're gonna look at what's happening in your respective lives because there are DMs watching this channel as well, and they want to know what's happening with you, DF. So we're gonna see what's happening in your respective lives. We're gonna get 3D and 5D messages. We're gonna see what you guys are hiding from each other. We're going to look at what's blocking union at this point in time. And then we're going to look at potential actions towards each other by the end of the month. And then I'm going to get some advice from Spirit for both of you guys. All right. So let's go into this. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to start top down. Right. So we're going to look at spiritually what's happening with both of you guys. So on this side is a masculine. On this side is a feminine. All right. Hope everybody is doing well. Yes, we are in lockdown, but it's still springtime. I know some people that still in the fridge. It's still kind of cold where you guys are at. Whilst I'm here burning up. You can hear my AC running in the background. And I might still have to buy a portable one. It's absolutely hot here. All right, so let's see. Spiritually, what's happening with DF? Spiritually, what's happening with DF? DF is, we have root chakra activation. We have lessons. She has feeling your presence, so it looks like she's feeling DM feeling his emotions. I remember when I do these reads, not just for twin flames, it's for people, anybody who has a soul connection. It doesn't matter what the soul connection is. All right, feeling his presence or whoever your partner's presence, and she's thinking about reconciliation. All right, so this is where DF is at. I think she's working on her stability and her stability in the material world. But there's also some issues that might be related to her childhood and some inner child wounding that she may be working on at this time. And I think she's really reflecting on the lessons that DF has learned on this journey. Lessons about herself, lessons about other people, and really integrating those lessons. You know, it's one thing to know, but it's another thing to integrate and actually learn from the lessons I'm getting. She's integrating these lessons now and really using it to build her self-esteem and, you know, to really become stable emotionally and otherwise. I really do think at this time she is feeling her counterpart, maybe even physically feeling him. And it is so strange that you guys, that this card came out. I had the weirdest experience last night. I was sleeping. Well, I was lying down. I wasn't sleeping. I had a half awake. And listen, I swear I felt somebody sit on the bed. Like on the bed. Like dip in the bed. I just shut up. It was freaky. Even for me. And weird shit happens to me. It was freaky. All right. And then we also have reconciliation. So her mind is on reconciliation. You know, when is this connection going to come back together? That kind of thing. Let me pull a card on that. Yeah. You see, she's not confused at all, right? We have the 7 of Cups reversed. She's not confused at all. She knows what she wants. And she's standing in her power and she's making the most of her life. She's also manifesting her own happiness. I think, you know, she just wants to be stable. She wants someone that's not coming in and out. So if, you know, DM's coming back to be the in and out and to be the player again, she doesn't want it. Okay? She's just stabilizing herself right now. Absolutely loving herself. So the reconciliation that she's having is one, a reconciling of her own inner masculine and feminine. That's the reconciliation that she's having. And of course she's looking forward if there's to be reconciliation with the masculine, but she is doing all right by herself right now. Let me pull a couple cards on root chakra and lessons. Yeah, I don't think she's really manifesting anything new or exciting at the moment. I think it's all about stabilization. Okay, it's all about stabilization, right? Yeah, she's not speaking her truth or anything like that. She's just submitting to this transformative process, right? So I don't think she want to talk to anybody right now. She is just dealing with herself and her own healing, okay? And then we have lessons here. Yeah, she's learned that, you know what? She's a magician. She's a magician. Yes, she's divine feminine, but she also has masculine energies. And she can use this divine masculine energy to manifest a new beginning for herself. Whatever that may entail. It could be something in the business world or the corporate world. It could be anything, buying a new home. She is the magician. So she's stepping into her full power right now. All the lessons that she's learned is pushing her into this magician energy, right? I think she might be still heartbroken, but she's learning a lesson about that heartbreak. And she's using that heartbreak to really fuel the lessons that she's learning here and to really stand in her power. Let me see what this feeling presence card is about. Okay, so she's holding back. Even though she feels masculine very strongly, she's holding back on her emotion because she's healing. She's all four of swords right now. She is healing. So she's focused completely on her healing at this point in time and integrating the lessons that she's learned on this journey, right? And the reconciliation that she's having is a reconciliation between her own masculine and feminine energies. Let's see what's happening with DM. So your person, now listen, the energies could be shift, okay? Divine masculine could be in feminine energy. You pick your side, all right? You know what's happening with you. So this could very well be the masculine that's in DF energy right now. You have to pick your side, all right? So DM, let's see what's happening with DM. All right, doing a lot of shadow work, looking at that dark side and really stepping towards the light. Oh, you know what? It's all about acknowledging that your shadow side has a purpose, and it's a balance between the light and the shadow that really makes the whole person. So he's doing a lot of shadow work right now. He might have been dwelling in darkness before, but he's using the lessons that he would have learned in the darkness, the lessons that he would have learned in toxic situations to really step into the light right now. Let's get another card. We have ancestral karma. So this is what he's processing right now. All right, so we're talking about the sins of the fathers, the sins of the mothers, all passed down, and he's the one that's transmuting this karma right now. I'm definitely going to pull cards on this to see exactly what kind of ancestral karma he's dealing with. But apparently the shadow work he's doing on himself is transforming his whole ancestral line. And again, this could be you, right? What's happening here? Sagittarian energy. Now, Sagittarian energy, now it could be that there's something that happened in Sagittarius season that he could be reflecting on. So that was December. I think a lot of people had tower moments, if I remember correctly, because we had two sets of tower moments last year. Tower moments in the summertime, and I think people had big tower moments in December. So it could be something that he's reflecting on from Sagittarius season. But Sagittarian energy is all about expanding your horizons in whatever arena of life. So it could be, expanding how you think about things, how you view people, your cultures, your life philosophies. It's all about expanding your horizon and moving out of your comfort zone. That's what Sagittarians, it's all about. It's that traveler. All my Sagittarian friends are like that. I call them hot foot. When they say you have hot foot in the Caribbean, you can't keep still. You're always moving and shaking. That's what it's all about. So he wants to expand his horizons. That little insular world that he may have been living in before, he's gradually coming out of that. And then we have clear audience. So he might be hearing spirit right now. He might be hearing spirit right now. This is so freaky. Hearing spirit right now. He could be hearing your voice. I'm going to be pulling cards on that. So definitely there's some spiritual gifts that are coming to the fore, but there's big ancestral karma that's being transmuted here. So let's pull some cards. This looks like it's going to be a long reading. All right, shadow side. Yeah, he's working towards his happiness, moving out of the dark into the light. And I'm also getting as well, because I'm seeing the ancestral karma card next to it, that this 10 of cups, he's doing a shadow work for his family. So it's not just for himself, and the happiness is not just for himself, it's also about family. So I'm getting this whole shadow work is not just his own, it's about family. I'm seeing here that he's working on that bored and discontent feeling, that feeling of being purposeless. He's working on that right now and really stepping into his happiness, right? And look, rising into 9 of Pentacles energy. That's single, independent, abundant on your own. That's what this shadow work is pushing him into right now. Let's see his ancestral karma card. Spirit, tell us about that. What's this? Okay, so that ancestral karma that's related to codependency, toxicity, drug addiction, sex addiction, whatever it is, this is all being transmuted by the masculine right now. Okay, yeah. I think before, a lot of his people in his ancestral line, and I'm seeing a man here, and perhaps in the male in his line, they didn't step into their full power. They were there in very toxic relationships, but he's changing that now. He's looking back on the whole ancestral line and recognizing that, you know what, somebody needs to wake up here. Somebody needs to wake up this whole line. Where we're heading, that toxic energy that we've been dwelling in has to change, because he's just getting frustrated and has to change now. He's recognizing that he's the one that needs to do it, and it has to be done now. So he's healing this whole ancestral line right now. So we have the 6 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords is moving out of a particular situation and into calmer waters. So as he heals and moves away from his comfort zone, and his comfort zone would have been toxicity and codependency, he's healing a whole ancestral line. Okay, then we have Sagittarian energy, which really goes very well with this 6 of Swords we're seeing here, because Sagittarian, as I said, it's all about expanding the horizons. Yeah, he's ready to move out of his comfort zone and move into a proper soulmate connection here, right? He's had a massive tower moment. There's been a reckoning, and he's realized that, you know what, he's the only person that's been keeping himself back all this time. He's been sabotaging himself all these years, and this has to stop. So on both sides, both are healing. Both are healing. So there's a focus really on self and the work that they're supposed to do right now. I don't see them particularly focusing on each other. We have clear audience, right? I think he's been hearing Spirit, and Spirit's been talking to him about either some karma that he needs to transmute, or some kind of wounding, yeah, because the Star card reversed, some kind of wounded that he has to look at. I think he's hearing Spirit right now. Okay, so he's not ready to express his emotions or his truth. I think he's really focusing on his own healing and his path, the path that he has to take, right? So he's not ready to step into this Emperor energy, but he's definitely listening to Spirit, and just like the feminine, not manifesting anything new right now. It's all about self-focus. Okay, so that's spiritually what's happening. Emotionally, what's going on? Now, this is not the energies related to each other. This is just the emotional well-being. I'm going to get into those energies just now. Emotional well-being. How are they feeling, like, generally? All right, this is my emotional intelligence deck. All right, let's see how DF is feeling. All right. She is feeling repulsed. That's a strong word. We're going to see what she's repulsed by. She's feeling power hungry. Let me look at my time. It's already 14 minutes. I'm just going to take 3 cards then. And she's also feeling kind. Ever the kind one. All right, let's see why she's feeling this way. Why are you repulsed? Yeah. All right. I think she's repulsed. I'm getting 2 messages. One, at herself, that she didn't stand in her power sooner. And 2, I think slightly judgy of DM, that he has not stepped into his power either. That's kind of judgy, DF. Yeah, repulsed by, by the fact that, there's no stable offers that have been forthcoming, and only been delays in this soulmate connection. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Repulsed at, the no communication. All right. Possibly repulsed at the direction she's been heading in thus far. Yeah, that's some strong words. What about power hungry? We have the 4 of Cups. Now, the 4 of Cups is all a card about boredom. Yeah, she's ready to move forward. She's bored of the situation right now. I think she's also trying to control the situation right now, but she's ready to move on. I think she's been in a holding pattern for quite some time. And she's ready to move on. She's ready to move on to love, to move on to love. She's ready for this to progress. And, just disappointed that, things have not been moving and shaking as it should. So she's taking matters into her own hands, it looks like. She's trying to control the situation. We have kind. It looks like she is in 2 of Swords energy. I'm still feeling a bit codependent. Still, kind of clingy where the masculine is concerned, and that's why she's feeling really frustrated at the situation right now. She's asking herself, how long do I have to stay in this holding pattern? Is this something that I can see myself doing for the rest of my life? Or do I make a decision, take charge of the situation, and take back my power? I think this is exactly where she's at, because I think she's absolutely frustrated at what's happening. But remember, he is going at the pace that's right for him at this point in time. And you can't tell him, hurry up and heal, right? Nobody rushed you, so you can't rush him. So all you can do now is make a decision based on your own self-love. And that may mean to break this holding pattern that you've been in and make decisions for your own happiness. And it really makes me think of a conversation that I had with my sister over the weekend. She was talking about this lady, Marie Kondo, and she helps people clear out their apartments, that kind of thing. People who are stuck and, hoarders and that kind of stuff. And she has, the system that she uses is pretty simple. She holds up every item and she asks, does this bring you joy? And if it doesn't bring you joy, then it goes in the trash. And I think this is what DF needs to ask herself. Not if her person brings her joy, because there's so many ways that they can bring us joy. I mean, their voice, their laughter, the conversation, all of that can bring us joy. You're asking, does this situation bring me joy? The situation as it is now. Not what could happen tomorrow, not what could happen next month, not what could happen in November. As it is right now. Can I do what I'm doing right now for the rest of my life? And I think this is where she's at. Can I do exactly what I'm doing right now for the rest of my life and feel absolutely fulfilled? And maybe she might tell herself no. So I think there are decisions that she's making now for her own happiness. Right? If this relationship comes around and she's available, beautiful. Okay? It will come in divine timing. So I think it's a surrendering to divine plan that's happening right now. Sorry. I felt I had to tell you guys that. Okay, and DM. He is embarrassed. We're going to find out why. I'm getting that for a lot of them. This is what's holding them back. The shame. He's neurotic. Right, all his negative thoughts as per usual, right? But we also have a lot of negative thoughts, so we can't, and he's also motivated. So a lot of flip-flopping kind of energy. What's this embarrassed about? What's he embarrassed about? Yeah. I think there's something that's ended in his life, or he's thinking of, yeah, something that's ending in his life, or it could be that he embarrassed it the way he ended things with DF, and the fact that he wasn't able to call for a solid offer. I think that's caused him a bit of embarrassment. Yeah, the mind games that he played, the way he sabotaged his connection. This is what's screwing with his mind right now. This was has him in that neurotic energy. Yeah, because he was all in his pride and ego, right? But he wants to come back and he wants to make things right. But the thoughts, all the negative thoughts, is what's killing him right now. But he is determined to stand in his power. And it looks like come forward because he's following his intuition. I mean, we have the sun and the moon, so he's recognizing you are his counterpart, right? He sees that. But it's all his negative thoughts, yeah. And his inner wounded. We have the star card in reverse. His inner wounded that's really keeping him back right now. This could also be, for some of you guys, it could also be a karmic here, still transmuting karma. And we know there's ancestral karma and shadow work that he is doing. But he's motivated, just not ready to stand in his power. He's healing his heart. We have the 5 of Cups reverse here, right? And just, this is the exact lineup of cards that we had for DF a moment ago when we were clarifying. Both of them in the same energy. Surrender into transformation, but this transformation it takes time. All right, so let's see headspace energy for each other. When DF thinks about this connection. All right, yeah, good timing. Mentally, how's she processing this? How is she processing this? All right, so we have the 2 of Cups in reverse. So she's thinking about the delays in reunion. She's thinking about, maybe this is not going to work out. So I think she might be drowning herself in words, guys, and stepping onto a new path. That's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, standing in the Magician's energy. We get it again. Yeah, because she's tired of waiting. Yeah. All right, so let's see. Headspace. Right, we have the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Wow. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have, whoa, the Queen of Swords. She's thinking about the karmic. Wow. Queen of Swords. Because remember, in my readings, all reverse court cards are karmic energies. So that could be the karmic, or that could be how she's feeling right now. Libra energy. And then we have the Hermit card here. Virgo energy. So what's happening? I think she's thinking about the third party. Let me pull a card on that 3 of Pentacles reverse, guys. Let me see what that's about. Okay. She's really focusing on the delays that have occurred, and the obstacles that have prevented both the masculine and feminine from collaborating with each other. I think she might be also reflecting on, if your masculine ghosted you, she's also reflecting on that. But she's also reflecting on the things that she did not say. There are things that she has in her heart that she has not ventilated, and this is kind of preventing her from really having a proper closure and from moving on. She may also be thinking about the karmic energy. If you have a karmic in your connection, when is this going to be over? But she's really focusing on herself and her own inner journey. But on the side wing, on the wings of it all, she's also thinking about when is this karmic connection? If there's a karmic connection, when is it going to be over? Right? Yeah. When is them going to choose love? This is what it's all about. Yeah. When is that going? When is there going to be that positive movement forward? When is the communication going to come in? What's her next move? What's the movement forward for her? I think this is what she's thinking about. And DM is thinking about gosh, I didn't even shuffle. Maybe that's why it's so sticky. Whoa. His cards are really sticky today, like they don't want to move. Sticky and sluggish. He's in a sticky situation. All right, so he's thinking about the Three of Cups. For some of you, he's thinking about a karmic situation, but he's also thinking about reconciliation and reunion and how, you know, he can fix what has happened between you guys. All right, let's go. When he thinks about you and this connection, we have the Queen of Wands reversed. Oh my gosh. Aries energy. We have the King of Pentacles reverse, Taurus energy. And we have the Magician in reverse, Virgo, Gemini energy. So I'm getting several messages here. I'm getting that he's not taking any action right now. And the reason why he's not taking any action is because there is some sort of financial instability that's happening in his life. I think he's really focused on the material world, unduly so. And it's because there's some kind of material loss that's happening. He doesn't think that he has what it takes at this point in time to manifest any new beginning. So let's find out why. I'm also getting that he may also be thinking about the karmic as well. Comparing the karmic to DF, right? And he's seeing that this karmic, this Queen of Wands reverse, is the one that abuses their power. That is the one that's arrogant. That's the one that's entitled, and the one that's most likely to abuse their spiritual power. So he's thinking this is what the karmic is like. He's seeing that the karmic is only focused on the material world, is only interested in him as a provider. And he's seeing just how manipulative the karmic is, because he's making that comparison, right? But also for his own self, I think that he feels like he just can't manifest anything right now because there's some kind of instability that's happening in his life. So let's clarify these and see what's happening. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse, right? So he wants to make a decision in love, and that's why he's doing this comparison thingy, right? He knows that you are his counterpart. We have the Lovers. He knows this. He's done the comparison with the karmic. He knows that you are his counterpart, and he wants to move forward, but he just doesn't think that now is the right time for this, because I think he's going through some kind of, if there's a karmic, there's a breakup that's happening here. If there's no karmic, there's something financial that's happening, and he doesn't think that this is the best time for this connection to come back together. Let's see this King of Pentacles reverse. Yeah, no longer making the effort where the karmic is concerned, because he's wide awake and he's seeing everything clearly right now. He's had this rebirth, right? So he's wide awake, seeing everything clearly, and he's seeing just how toxic that connection was. Okay, so he's here, the Magician in reverse, and he's ready to speak some kind of truth to the karmic, it looks like, bring some kind of message, but he's not taking action. He's not taking action. He's very unhappy. We have the Three of Cups in reverse, but it looks like very soon he's going to be wrapping up a cycle, but it's not happening right now. He's thinking it's just not the right time. There's something financial that's going on, guys. Heart space energy for each other. All right, let's see. We have the Sun. Once it comes out sideways, I read it upright. So Leo energy. We have the Five of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And we have the World in reverse. So DF is seeing this as unfinished business. There's no closure in this story that's happening here. It's like the never-ending story, right? She sees that there's no closure, but at the same time, you know, she sees a potential for happiness. She's really, you know, I think reflecting on what could be. Reflecting on what could be, but at the same time seeing that he's not closing off some kind of karmic cycle, and yet she's not getting the closure. So she's really conflicted. And, you know, she might be making a decision right now to stand in her power and, you know, just move on and find her own happiness. If it comes back around, it comes back around. But right now, she wants to make a decision for her own self-love. So she's conflicted. She doesn't have the closure that she wants, but at the same time, she wants to be happy. So she wants to make a decision for that. Heart space energy. So he makes her happy. She knows this. But at the same time, it's like the never-ending story. He is thinking Queen of Pentacles reverse. He's thinking about the karmic again. He's thinking the Ten of Swords reversed. He's thinking Ten of Cups. All right, so what is he thinking about? Again, just they're mirroring each other. Just like DF, right? Knowing this is happy place, right? Both of you guys know this is happy place. He has the Ten of Cups, total wish fulfillment. She has the Sun, happiest card in the deck. Both of you guys know that it's happy place. But this cycle is incomplete. It's like there's no closure. It's like a lingering in pain. It's not come to an end, right? And he's thinking about the ways that he didn't nurture the connection before. He can see you. He's also thinking about the karmic again. That is the Queen of Pentacles reverse. How, she's just interested in the money, right? So there's no closure on both sides, and yet no forward movement. Everybody thinking, everybody in their headspace, knowing that each other is total wish fulfillment, but not making any positive movement forward. Okay? All right, so what do they want to say to each other right now? Let me just have a look at the time. Okay, I gotta do this. Yeah, guys, it's gonna cut off. All right, so I have to end it there. But join me in the extended. I'm going to look at what they want to say to each other. If they could, I'm going to have a look at what they might be hiding from each other. I'm going to look at what's happening in their life, 3D and 5D messages, and then potential actions towards each other, and then an advice card, okay? All right, guys, take care. Bye.